I'm being here not as one of the members in Toastmaster. I'm being here not just as one of the speakers today. I'm being here as an NTU student who is going to graduate this year and want to give you a useful suggestion, which comes from my 6-year-long college life. And this suggestion is, find the right thing to chew. Some people might find this slogan a little bit familiar. That's because I just modified it from a famous idiom. Don't bite up more than you can chew. And this idiom is also the first step in finding out my suggestion. Find the right thing to chew. And please don't treat my suggestion as just a slogan, but treat it as a motto that worth you to find out all your life. I meant it. Again, I really meant it. So let's get to the point. After I graduated from high school, I found here is one of the biggest difference between we college students and high school students. The biggest difference is we have countless opportunities that come from the fact. The fact is we are no more constrained that much by school and even more by family. We can pick up the courses we like. We can decide the time we want to step in campus. And we can take full control of our time. In a word, we can do anything legal and reasonable if we want on our free willing. And we can try everything we are interested in. Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. But remember it, high flexibility sometimes brings high risk. I want to tell you, this high risk is you might overestimate how many things you actually can do. Let me show you how it happened. Now, in order to make it easier to understand, please follow me. Imagine that you are now creating a new character in an RPG game called University. And like most RPG games, a character should have an HP bar. In my perspective, this HP bar represents the time you actually have in a day. So let's start again. First, as a student, you have to dedicate most of your time into studying and taking courses, theoretically. Second, as a college student, you might want to join a club to know more people instead of just knowing your classmates in your department. And what else? Third, like most, as a college student, you might want to have part-time job just because you don't want to ask your parents for money anymore. And of course, as an NTU student, do tutoring will be your favorite one. Let me think what else. See, the H bar is very dangerous. I know some people will apply for internship in their 3rd or 4th year. Oh, it's quite close. Sorry, it's quite close. What else? What can be the last straw to make you overloaded? I see there are many guys. For guys, I think the last straw to make you overloaded might probably be indulge in computer games. So the result turns to be you're dead. Oh, sorry, now you're dead. You feel exhausted, and since you feel exhausted, you probably can't do things well. You can't make all the things you have done go as you originally expected. So all I try to tell you is you can have many interests in different things, but you can't do everything you are interested in. That's true. That's why I said, don't bite off more than you can chew. Greedy for everything might end up with nothing. So, what should we do next? Let me tell you. You should estimate. Estimate how much time you actually have, and estimate how much time the things you are going to do will take from you. And please estimate. Estimate your personal ability, and what kind of abilities are those things asking for. Keep asking yourself whether you can do it or not. If the answer is yes, then you can do it. And then estimate results. Keep asking yourself, how can you make sure that all the things go as you expected? And finally, ask yourself, from the beginning to the end, what's your motivation? And I want to tell you, sometimes a strong motivation can compensate for insufficient time and ability. Actually, I can tell you what's the right thing to do. All I try to do is remind you that you are not almighty. All I have tried to do is remind you that your time is not infinite. All I try to do is remind you, only through understanding yourself better and realizing what you actually want to do and what you actually can do. Only through those ways can you make things be the right things. TME.